reach the semifinal stage of this college football playoff. It's time to find out who has the depth and the drive to take one huge step closer to the ultimate goal, hoisting that national championship trophy. This test is a matchup we cannot wait to see unfold. Welcome, everyone, to Glendale, Arizona. This is the Verbo Fiesta Bowl, part of the college football playoff. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Memphis Tigers, taking on last season's national champions, the Delaware Blue Hens. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Herbstreit. We're almost there. Time to find out who'll be headed to the national championship game. And that kick will just bounce into the end zone for a touchback. They'll start at the 25. Comes up on first down in 13 personnel. This could create some problems for a defense. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Boy, after all the buildup and all the hype with a playoff game, you love to see the offensive line take control here on this first play. Just establish an identity. Let this defense know who they're facing.
Here's a wrinkle now. They go to the Wildcat formation with an extra blocker. Let's see how this works out. And it's a direct snap. They get him down, but not before an explosive run play in this Wildcat look. It's a first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Great start to the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Pass complete on a crossing route. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball to the +40.
We'll see if the defense stays in zone after that big play, or if they can change things up on this drive and get a little bit more aggressive.
Looking to keep this drive moving. From the shotgun, handoff inside.
Another positive run on 1st and 10. You know, it's early on in this drive, but this defense has not shown the ability to stop the run. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I just keep running the football until they prove they can stop it.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Keeping it on the ground here. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Chris, just by watching this guy all year, the defense better be very careful to let this guy find that rhythm. I've seen him where he goes 5 yards, 8 yards, 10 yards, and then pops a big one. Right now, he looks like he's starting to gain some confidence here early in this game.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And it's incomplete, just out of the reach of the receiver.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
Second down after the incompletion. They'll hand it off. But a quick stop by the defense. Gain just 2, so it's 3rd and 8.
Chris, I know it's not a huge gain. You didn't pick up the first down, but it's still early in this game. Never abort this running game. You keep working. It's kind of like a body blow in a boxing match. Keep wearing the defense down, and eventually you can hit a big one.
Here comes the 8th play of the opening drive, but now it's 3rd down. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over, and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down. Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Shotgun, it's a handoff. And they try the middle, but stuffed for no gain. Offense trying to find a way to get this drive going. It's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Off target with the throw, incomplete. The offense now facing a 3rd and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Dropping back, we're going to throw for the first down. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. He stopped out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield.
Okay, here they go. Big first down, good pickup, and they are off and running.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. He's looking to throw. It's a short completion to the big tight end. Stopped right there at the line. No gain. That's a big pickup after the catch. More importantly, holds on to the ball despite taking a huge hit.
Yeah, because that's the thing that really stood out to me. I didn't think he was going to be able to hold on to that ball because of that big hit, but he does. He doesn't get the first down, but he gets big positive yards, and more importantly, I think he gains more confidence in that quarterback to throw him the ball again.
They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength.
That's a great play by this offense to keep the drive alive, and a good find by the quarterback on 3rd down.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Lets it fly to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Tackle finally made to win at the 13-yard line.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And he's brought down after a short gain. Does not make the first down yardage. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. This should be the last play of the quarter coming up. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Bringing pressure. The ball is loose in the backfield. The offense able to fall on it and avoid the turnover. Got lucky that time. Through one period, these teams are finding out that playoff games just feel different. Who can handle the nerves better as we head to the second? We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this third down. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the third down pressure works.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. Third down, critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
So on fourth down, the decision is to trot out the field goal team. And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. A solid kick. And we're all tied up now.
Well, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
And that kick will just bound into the end zone for a touchback. With three tight ends now on first down, trying to create a mismatch. He'll hand it off. The pickup is 5 yards, so it's second down and 5.
It's a good, solid game, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Second down after that run on the previous play. It's a shotgun run. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Defense makes the tackle, but that wildcat look does produce a first down.
Well, that's mano-a-mano right there. Offensive line knowing exactly their assignment, getting a hat on a hat, and that back threw just exactly where he needed to go to extend this drive. That's a first down.
He keeps it. He gets loose. They're bringing down. The wildcat look produces an explosive run to get a first down.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
And the Blue Hens are moving quickly down the field. We'll hand it off. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so second and 5.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. Short connection to the tight end here. They bring him down, but a nice play moves the football to the 31 and a first down.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback, and he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
The Blue Hens lining up here on 1st and 10. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
We'll take a quick pause before the half as we reach the 2-minute timeout. Second down play coming up for this offense. Looking for a man. Grab down the middle. It's Griffin. They get him down quickly. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or 2 guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's 3rd down. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play. Now this is the 8th play on this drive. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Caught quickly. They make the stop, but it'll be 1st and 10 now from the 18.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another 1st down for this offense.
They'll run it from the gun. It's a strong run. They finally tackle him down at the 4.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on 1st down.
And the Blue Hens come to the line with 1st and goal. They'll try and run it with the fullback. Nowhere to run up the middle. And the defense will spend their 2nd timeout here to make some adjustments. They come to the line in the Wildcat formation. Defense got to be on alert here. Direct snap. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Blue Hens. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this, they're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. So they'll start this drive with less than a minute remaining on the 1st half clock. Gets it out quickly to the left side. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Snags a quick throw. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there. Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels. Looking to throw it on first down. And they heave it deep downfield. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Oh, my gosh, Chris, a missed opportunity to your best receiver with that speed. I'll tell you this, I'm shocked that he actually overthrew him. With anything, I'd expect him to underthrow a fleet-footed receiver like this, but he must have anticipated that his receiver could go get it and just misses him.
The receiver makes the catch. They tackle him, but the gain moves the ball to the 36. They move the 6, but hurry to the line here on first down now. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Throws it deep downfield to the left. Oh, and he could not hold on. Would have been a huge gain.
Chris, not only really good coverage here by the defense, but I love their awareness. That ball is in the air, headed to the end zone, and the ball is separated from the receiver with the contact.
Incomplete. Second down coming up. From the shotgun, drops back. Fires it to the wideout. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. The timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Looking to scramble. Short throw to the sideline, forced out after just a short gain.
The key here to me, Chris, is the receiver runs a precise route, and the timing is impeccable. Quarterback cannot hesitate, as if he does, it could be pick 6 going the other way.
Launching one to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, that's how you close a half of it. What a game we have already here. Looks like we're going to be all tied up heading into half after the throw for 6.
Point after, up and good. The PAT ties the game here in the second quarter now. Return begins inside the 10. And they stop at the 20, trying to make something happen. That's good coverage there. Looks like one more play here before halftime. On first and 10, looking to throw. Oh, and they've got him for a sack to wrap up the first 2 quarters of play here. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Blue Hens will kick this away to start the second half. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start with the 25. And the Memphis offense is back out on the field now. Trying to get something going early here in the second half and jump on top. Starts with a quick pass to the left off the RPO. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch. Offense getting set. It's second down. Play fake, looking to throw the football. Makes a quick grab. Good enough for the first down with a 37. Here comes the up-tempo offense.
Well, we've seen them do this in the past. A good throw, get the first, here comes the tempo.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. First down, looking for more now. They get him down, but a big gainer to the 42.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. It keeps the confidence of your offensive line up. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
Memphis getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Receiver in motion now. Running out of time in the pocket. You cannot escape. It's a sack. So off the solid gain on the ground, they go back to the passing game, but give up the sack that time.
Boy, what a big difference, Chris, between the run blocking we saw in the previous play where they got big yards, and here in pass pro, they just get overwhelmed by this defense. Great job of applying the pressure to bring that quarterback down for the sack.
And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. They bring him down after a short gain there.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice game. Love to see the big man get his touches.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Quick throw to his receiver. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down.
What a hit there on 3rd down. The timing was perfect, and now we got a big 4th down play.
Special teams on the field now. Here comes a punt. He'll kick it away here. And the kick angles out of bounds, so no return possible here. Offense makes their way on the field. Carry here for the fullback. Good enough for 1st down yardage.
Watching this guy run makes me think of a famous old coach once said, any player on my team, I want him to be agile, mobile, and definitely hostile.
And that run is good for 1st down yardage. A new set of downs for this offense. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Catch made in space. Look out. He's in the clear. That's a massive play. Moves the ball to the 14, and just like that, they're in scoring position. And the Blue Hens hustle to the line to run the hurry up. And now the handoff. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss. They don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. He's running out of time here. Makes the grab on the move.
As we all know, Chris, red zone leads to tight windows. A lot of times you just get what you can get. Likely grateful this went forward to help this upcoming 3rd down call.
Looking to convert on 3rd down. They come to the line in the Wildcat formation. And it's a direct snap. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
So on 4th down, they will settle for a field goal attempt. No, and he knocks it right through. And they jump back in front.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. So no return here. He takes him into the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. A first down pass attempt. Catch made on the right side. He's brought down, but an explosive play through the air.
One thing we know for sure, I don't know as a play caller, you can make that call without a quarterback who can throw it with a big arm. He put that on a rope.
An inside give now from the shotgun. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Quick throw to the quarterback off the RPO. Tackle finally made at the 37. It'll be 1st and 10 from there.
I love how this quarterback is finding this slot receiver. Not only is he tough to handle, but it's what he's doing after the catch. He has such wiggle and quickness. He's tough to bring down. You see more positive yards after the catch here.
First down. Looking to throw the football. Taking a deep shot here to the right. And it's intercepted as he threw it into heavy traffic that time. They get him down after a short return, but the takeaway sets up the offense at the 43. So here's the first play of the drive. They're set up at the 43. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Looking for a man deep down the left side. Catch made down near the 10, and he's still going. He takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Delaware.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. And looking to throw now on first down. Lets it go quickly. And it's incomplete. Just missed the wide receiver there.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball. And eventually, that's going to cost you.
Second down, looking to throw it. Defense is coming after him. And the pass is dropped. Incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment. But here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact. And as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Urgency now for the offense that hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. On third down, he drops to throw. Pressure is coming. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Well, I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance. But he held it just a little bit too long, and the defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
Trying to return the punt for some extra yardage. Coverage team makes the tackle to wrap up the third period of play. All right, here comes the fourth quarter. Everything to play for here. Who is going to stay alive, survive, and advance in the college football playoff? Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. And here's the handoff. Look out, room to run here. They get into the ground, but an explosive running play there.
That's going to be a first down, and really, Chris, kind of surprised here in the fourth quarter not to see this defense dial up some pressure. They're just sitting back in the base, making it relatively easy for the offense to pick up a first down on the ground.
And that run, good for first down yardage. The drive moves on. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Powering through.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
They'll come up in wildcat formation. Let's see what the call is. Direct snap. Defense not fooled by the wildcat look. Just a short gain on the play.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Now set up with a first down at the 21.
Well, they continue to play good football up front. A nice run, nice conversion here, and most importantly, working with that lead, you keep working that clock. You're trying to advance to that next round of the postseason.
Back in motion now. And it's a direct snap. Oh, and he's going backwards. The wildcat look did not fool this defense at all. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. They come to the line in the wildcat formation. Defense got to be on alert here. Makes the read. He's keeping it. Now, when he's getting boxed in, the defense not at all fooled by the wildcat look. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Ball handed off. Catch made, but the defense gobbles him up for just a short gain. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. So on fourth down, it's an all-important field goal attempt. Hold your breath here. And that one's straight down the middle. And they add to their lead.
Now, I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense. Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25.
on making a play, scoring, and scoring quickly here. It's desperation time. Receiver makes the grab. Tackle is made. It's a short gain, well short of the marker.
Well, we just continue to see this defense make great plays, especially with their tackling. And the awareness to understand we're in the fourth quarter, you're trying to keep this offense in bounds so they keep that clock moving.
So it's 3rd and long from the 29. The defense play coverage or blitz. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. The ball is caught. He has first down yardage at the 46. Final 2 minutes as this offense desperate to get some points here quickly and try to stage a big comeback. Memphis getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Looking to throw it again. Pass rush closing in. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
He just has to be protected better than that. He's the guy who can shift the tenure of a game. It's the offensive line's job to ensure he's kept clean.
And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. And this time it's complete.
A fourth quarter down by a couple of scores. This offense doing everything they can to not just score points, but do it in a hurry, try to preserve the clock. Here, they're tackled in bounds. They don't pick up the first down. Good job by this defense to keep that clock moving.
Well, the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looking deep to the right side. Oh, he dropped it. Can you believe it? A huge gain slips through his hands.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots. Get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. The pocket breaking down. Swarm with a pass rush. A sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
Here comes 3rd and long, trailing in the game. Giving up that sack earlier could prove to be decisive. Taking a deep shot here to the right. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, well, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
The offense stays on the field down multiple possessions. Easy choice. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Fires it to the wideout. It's complete. That's enough for a first down. Tackle made after a big gain. Ball moves to the 21. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. He escapes the pocket. And he'll just get rid of it.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure. Just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Looking for the wideout. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. The tackle is made, but the offense now is set up. 1st and goal from the 9. Defensive coordinator looking to bring some pressure. Oh, they trap him for a sack. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve as much clock as possible.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
And the pass is incomplete just across the goal line.
Really good job here by the defense in coverage. Did a nice job here of staying in phase with the receiver. There's no chance for a completion at all.
Urgency here. Got to cut it this lead. It's 3rd down and goal. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Lets it fly to the wideout. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Chris, you get this deep into an opponent's side of the field and come away with 3 instead of 6. And, man, It is a letdown. That's certainly not what they're looking for here on 3rd and long from inside the red zone.
And it falls incomplete. A turnover on downs. Big play for this defense.
Well, Chris, they just had to go for us here. With the time that they have left, down by a couple possessions, really didn't have much of a choice. A really good effort to go for it, to try to keep this game alive, just not enough.
Quarterback changing the play now at the line. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Well, there's something we haven't seen much in this game at all. That ball carrier being tackled near the line of scrimmage. Maybe if this defense can make more plays like that in the second half, their team will be able to chip away at this lead.
Bringing pressure. And he drops it. Can you believe it?
Yeah, I'm surprised he dropped the ball here. This tight end is known for his hands. The ball's put on the money. Somehow it just goes through his arms.
It's the coach's favorite formation, victory formation. Quarterback just takes a knee.